Next time you see this tree, don't ignore it, because this could be the best natural painkiller you ever find. That's because the bark of the common willow tree is packed full of salicin, which forms the chemical basis of aspirin, the most popular drug in the world that's now also used to help prevent heart attacks, stroke, and to soothe away inflammation. However, that's not where this story starts, since this plant was also used by the early pioneers, native tribes, and ancient cultures long before this. Right back to the pharaohs, Babylon, and Hippocrates, the father of medicine, where it was used to treat everything, from toothaches to injuries to labor pains and old age aches, with fewer negative side effects than many modern drugs, until it was finally recognized with a Nobel Prize in 1982. However, to unlock the medicinal power of this plant, you'll first need to harvest it. Here, the darker brown sections of bark will typically produce the most salicin, but young green wood will also work. Your bark will also be more potent if you gather it from the trunk and not the branches. To do this, you'll have to pry away the bark with a knife, then slice up your bark as thinly as possible to maximize its surface area. You'll then want to strip away and discard your bark's outermost coat to access the inner layer, as it's the easiest part to prepare. However, on twigs and branches, you can usually skip this step as the outer bark is often softer. In the past, this bark was then either chewed or boiled as a tea before digesting. To make a tea, you'll need to mix 1 tablespoon of bark for every cup of water. This water should then be boiled for 10 minutes and left to brew for half an hour. You'll also find that your bark absorbs a lot of the water, so you should only expect about half the water to transform into tea by the end, after which you can freely drink it. You can also make a tincture by soaking your bark in a neutral ethyl alcohol like vodka. To do this, you'll need to pack your jar 2/3 of the way full of willow bark. Then, cover it with alcohol while leaving an inch of headspace at the top. Next, store your mixture in a cool, dark place for a few months and give it a shake every so often. When your extract is ready, you can then strain out the bark and store it in a bottle for later use. If you don't like vodka, you can also use apple cider vinegar and honey for taste. Lastly, willow bark is unscheduled by the FDA, meaning it's legal to grow, own, or forage without a license or prescription, just like our ancestors did 250 years ago to relieve their pain. In the Lost Frontier Handbook, you'll discover many similar secrets our ancestors used to thrive untroubled during times of crisis when the nearest doctor was 100 miles away, and save stacks of cash when times were good, including dozens more traditional remedies we lost to history that will help keep you healthy, how to thrive through another Great Depression from those who lived through it, how to build a food stockpile that never ever spoils for the ultimate food safety net, exactly what to do to prosper in a long-term power outage, how to hunt, tan, and hide a buck, how to enjoy limitless safe-to-drink water 100% off-grid, where to find free land, just like the Pilgrims of America's past, the only survival superfood recipes you'll ever need, how to raise chickens, the top foods to forage, and lots more. All you need to do is click the link below to join thousands of others who've already benefited from this life-changing information. So don't delay, click the link below now to uncover more.